All right. Also, don't forget, if you want to learn anything about Amazon and FBA and all that good stuff, my good buddy Deborah Conrad has her podcast each week on Fridays, and that is Thrifting for Profit. You can go to thriftingforprofit.com. She's got some great guides and stuff over there, so check that out too. All right, who'd like to talk about some scores of the week? Sound like a good plan? Yuppers? I know this delay, like that's the one thing about live stream, just drives me kind of crazy, the delay. But we can live with it. Let me bump something over here. Okay. Get my screen all set up so I can bring you these scores. Now, we do run the scores thread over on the Facebook group. Facebook group is the Danni App. And we do that every Sunday. So you have a full 24 hours to go over there and get your scores in. And actually, it still keeps going from that, too. The thread doesn't ever go away. It's always there. If you want to go see past scores, you can always go to that little, what do you call that? The magnifying glass up in the up right-hand corner, and you can put in a search for score of the week, and it's going to pull you up all the threads we do on that. So check that out. Also, our scores are brought to you this week by our friends at bubblefast.com. Bubblefast is a family-owned and operated business, and we love having them as sponsors of the show. I buy all of my packing materials from them that I possibly can, and they get here lightning fast. And I know many of you are using Bubblefast, which is a beautiful thing. And if you use the code Danni, D-A-N-N-I, you get an extra little discount off of your order. And that also lets them know that you heard about them through the Danni App. Okay, guys, let me start pulling these up. We got some good ones. Your cha-ching's broken. Having a broken cha-ching, that's not a good thing. I hope that it means that it's just the sound isn't working and not that you're not getting any sales. Just saying. One thing you can do if the sound isn't working on your phone is sometimes you can uninstall and reinstall the app, and that'll bring it back up. Okay, our first score comes from Susan Williams. Item number 1512925. Boy, I am just got fat fingers tonight. 151292512037. There it is. Whew. And I'm going to pull that up and pull up the screen for you guys to see. 925. Boy, I am. If my screen will cooperate tonight. There we go. 1512. The Elder Scrolls Arena on 3.5-inch floppy disk. Oh, who remembers floppy disks? Oh my goodness. Are these? I'm trying to see. Let's see. Okay, these are the little square plastic ones. Okay, who remembers what was it? 5 1/4-inch floppy disks? Do you remember those? Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm trying to age myself there. Okay, Susan picks us up in the toy section of a small local thrift for $2.99. 5 1/4-inch floppy disks. And do you remember those? Oh, she listed it at $124.99, and she actually did a markdown of 25% on it, and it sold for 25% off. So $93.74 on a $2.99 purchase. Let's see, it took about 24 days to sell. About 24 days to sell. We'd love to know, Susan, if you are over in our chat, if anybody sees Susan, we'd love to know if this is something you researched in the store first, or did you just go with your gut? Sometimes just going with the gut, that works. You know, especially at a $2.99. Uh-oh, you guys lost sound. Let's see. Let's make sure we can get it back. Lisa, if you can still hear me, can you give me a heads up? You're hearing recording in the background. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Okay, let me see what I can do, guys. Let me see. Let me do this. How's that? Is that better? Hopefully that fixes it, and you guys can hear me now. Let me know. Okay, let's see. What is going on? Okay, am I back yet? I'm gonna make sure you guys working now. Okay, you got me back? Technology. Oh, good, we fixed it. Yay! Whew! Thought we had it all worked out, and then that happened. Except my video is not working now. Okay, now maybe it is. We'll see if that works. Okay, back to business. Stuff happens. Anyway, we were talking about floppy disks. So yeah, you know, there was a point in time where the stuff that had these old floppy disks were absolutely worthless. You know, it's that, and it's kind of now getting into that crossover where there are now collectors of these old games and old software. It's a crazy thing. So you know what? Be on the lookout for that stuff. And even if you buy a bunch of it, you know, if you don't take the time and research it ahead of time, that's okay. This is what I want you guys to remember. As you're spending, you know, $1, $2, $3 here and there, when you do the research, even if it turned out to be a dud, number one, you don't have that much invested. Number two, put it aside until you have 2 or 3 maybe. And number 3, can't go broke making a profit. So you might not get $100 for it, but maybe you can start it at $9.95. Cool? Sometimes these old games, they're a good deal. Okay, let's see. We've got a Buy Me Some Peanuts and Cracker Jacks score. Love it, Lisa. Lisa names all the scores, by the way, you guys. She does a great job. This is from Debbie Hillman. Item number is 310961393592. Let's try that. Pull up the original listing. Ah, we got a catcher's mitt. A Mizuno GMP20 Pro Limited Edition catcher's mitt. Deguchi leather. Very interesting. So this, again, is something that I know absolutely nothing about, except for the fact that I know there is some baseball, softball, and sports equipment that sells for some big bucks, as in the case of this. So let's see. So Debbie Hillman says her brilliant husband purchased this Mizuno catcher's mitt at a local Goodwill for $2.99. Perfect example of the thrift store pricers. They are pricing on only what they know. And let's face it, they probably are not very well schooled on high-end sports equipment, high-end art, high-end clothing, whatever that is. So unless it's something that they really, really recognize, they are not going and looking stuff up. Now, there are some thrift stores that actually do that, but for the most part, it's a baseball mitt. They have a standard price for baseball mitts, and that's how it gets priced. So that's why we still find these incredible scores, thrift stores. So she did a 5-day auction with a starting bid of $99.99, with a buy it now of $199.99. Wow, it sold within 18 minutes for the bin price of $199.99. Woo! Now, how many of you are catching your breath and going, oh my gosh, that means it must be worth so much more? Anybody feeling that way? I gotta tell you, I experienced that with some bronze sculptures. I did exactly the same thing. I put them at this high bin price, and bam, they sold within the hour. And my first gut reaction was, oh, I must have priced them too cheap. No, no, no. What this means is you priced them just right for somebody to come in and grab them and give you a big old healthy profit. Because even if it was worth more than that, you now put that money back in your pocket to go reinvest. Exactly. Can't go broke making a profit. That is where that saying came from my dear husband. Don't agitate. If you got a nice healthy profit on something, say thank you, walk away. Maybe somebody got a killer deal. It's all good. That is going to make me go check out that brand, though, because that'd be something definitely to be on the lookout for. is a baseball mitt that sells for $200 in 18 minutes. Gotta love that. See, because what happens is perhaps you might have gotten more for that. And let's just, hey, let's have some fun. Let's do a quick search just because I want to show you something. So a Mizuno catcher mitt. Now, catcher mitt. Now look, when we first bring up best match, these prices don't look that spectacular, do they? Let's go by highest first. Of course, we've got one there. That's autograph, so we'd like to take that out of the. So you've got some here in the $500 range. Let's pull up solds. And ta-da, here you go. So there are some of these that sell in the $350 to $400 range. So a little bit of research. Could have prices maybe a little higher, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you priced it higher and this was not your niche and you didn't drive traffic to the item, okay, then it could get stale and it could take a while to sell and ultimately still end up bringing you that 200, maybe 250. Okay, see what I'm saying there? But here's another caution I'm going to give you guys. When you're running something at auction, be careful. Now, for me, one of the reasons to run something at auction is that it has that potential to go much, much higher. So I personally never put a bin price on an auction. I only put a bin price when it goes into fixed price, okay? So that's then my buy it price, and I put that much higher than I would start it at auction, but then I also do the best offer on it. So just something to take note of, but truly, I just want to say $200 profit margin is nothing to pound sand at. Okay. I don't even think that's like a saying, but I said it. Okay. But nice job. Mizuno, you guys. Be on the lookout for that. I'm kind of looking over there. Yeah, catcher's mitts are higher than regular mitts. Absolutely. Okay, here's our leather car coat. This is item number 370991252807. This comes to us from Marcy Clark. I'm going to pull up the original listing and put it back on the screen here for you. So she purchased this fabulous men's Cherokee leather car coat at a local garage sale for $5. Ooh, and I bet right now you can pick up coats for just about nothing. She listed it and sold it for a fixed price of, you guys ready for this? $149.99. $149.99. Wowza. Wowza. And I got to tell you guys, I would see the brand of Cherokee, and I would not think that that was a $150 coat. What? I know, that's what I'm saying. But put some really pizzazzy words in that title. Cherokee Pebbled Leather Blazer Jacket Car Coat. Now, car coat, I would not have thought to use the term car coat. Then I don't sell clothing. But see how it gave this coat some sizzle. Gave it sizzle. Nice gallery picture. Made him want to come over and see more. This was an ingenious listing, I gotta say. Great stuff there. You sold the sizzle, not just the coat. You guys seeing how that works? Sometimes you can give something value by taking what it is, but taking what it is and making it sound more distinguished or more jazzy. See how that works? Could have called it a Cherokee leather jacket, right? But that pebbled leather blazer jacket car coat, that right there, man, that's just like, yeah, that's better than just a leather jacket, right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, Starbucks and Department 56. I got to see what this one is. Item number 3908 4618 9653. This comes from Marissa Greco-Varney. Marissa Varney. And this is, let's see. Oh, this looks pretty cool. Okay, I'm seeing it now. Department 56 Original Snow Village Starbucks Coffee Shop. Oh, sweet. Okay, I see where Starbucks and Department 56 came into play. That is awesome. She says she found this on a random shelf at her local Salvation Army, priced at $6.99. How fun. Okay, I know there is not one of you over in that chat room, I bet, would have passed this up. Am I correct on that? Is there anybody who would have passed this up? I'm just going to peek over there in a second. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So you notice, guys, she didn't even offer, or best offer, didn't offer free shipping. This was just an outstanding item to be sold. And she did sell hers in the upper 10% of the recent highest sales for this exact model. So you guys, whenever you get two good brands like Starbucks and Department 56 together, that is a no-brainer. Pick that sucker up all day long. Yeah, I know you guys would have grabbed that. I'm telling you. Nice job, Marissa. Nice job. Turned it $119.95 plus shipping. Very cool. Okay, we have a Dragon Warrior score from Tom Witter. That is a name I don't recognize. This might be Tom's first time to have a score of the week. Welcome, Tom. He bought a grocery bag filled with Nintendo console and 10 games for $25. Here's one. 2214434933765. Let's pull that up. So he sold 4 of the games thus far. Pull up the original. And this one has been his biggest score so far. He started this one at $15.59 on a 7-day auction. It ended with 6 bidders and 14 bids for a total of $112.51. So attributing $2 to each of the 10 games in cost, that would be about $110 profit on this one. But truly, that just quadrupled what he spent on the entire lot, which is a very awesome thing. So yeah, you guys, these old Nintendo games, there are some hardcore collectors of these. And in case you don't know, this is what those cartridges look like, okay? Some of the old Atari, I think a lot of these old games, there are people that they don't make these anymore. So you want to bring back your childhood and play the game, you've got to go find it from an eBay seller. So nice job. Nice job, Tom. And of course, that's sold on auction. And I hope you guys are taking note the kind of stuff that sells on auction. I got to tell you, it just absolutely pains me to see some of the things being listed at auction simply because eBay is offering a promotion. And I'm going to put myself full screen to say this again, you guys. Don't just list stuff on auction because eBay gives you a promotion. Please, please, please don't do it. Ultimately, you are costing yourself money. Even though the listing part is free, you are costing yourself money because of 2 things. Number one, most stuff is just not a good candidate for auction format. Because if somebody wants that item and you've got days left on your auction, they may watch it, but they're going to go find it from somebody else who has it on a buy it now. And I don't just mean buy it now in an auction. I mean fixed price. They can go get it. Okay? Second, it counts on at least 2 people willing to pay a bigger amount to get you into that bid war. So keep that in mind. If you get 2 people that both want to pay the opening bid, that's not going to do you any good. That might make you an extra $1 over your opening bid. If you get 2 people that really, really want the item and are willing to go after it and know what it's worth, then you'll get a bidding war. So just keep that in mind on the things that you're putting in auction format, okay? Not saying auctions don't work, because we're seeing clear evidence that auctions still work. But they work for the right items and under the right circumstances. Keep that in mind. Okay, our next score is a Let's Get Niche score. I love Let's Get Niche scores. This comes from Lizzie Clift, and the item number is 251538282661. And let's pull that up, and I will share my screen with you once more. All right, here we go. Vintage 1965 Barbie, Francie, and Casey teen fashions. These are, oh, this is like new old stock. Looks like it's like in the original packaging. So let's see where she got these. She got this, oh, she didn't say where, but she says she paid $1.25. And this is totally in her niche. And she sold it for $155. She put it at $199.95, sold it for $155. On the same day, she sold something similar for $150. Because you guys, that is how Cassini works. It wants to send you customers based on the likelihood of them buying something. So if they trigger in on the fact that, hey, they sold something and it goes by the category, big hint there. So this category, for instance, was Dolls and Bears dolls, Barbie, Vintage, Friends and Family, Francie, Casey, and Twiggy. So if you had more of those items listed, now you got a bump on those other items in your best match search, because somebody bought this one. Cassini goes, aha, this seller sells this type of item in such a way that buyers want to buy. Therefore, we're going to bump up your other listings just like this one. And voila, there it happens. You sell. It's how it works. I'm telling you guys, it's how it works. That's why I'm so big on niche. Anyway, so that was a sweet profit. And we love when Lizzie just goes for it and gets those prices. I've had to work with Lizzie quite a bit on pricing her stuff up where it belongs, and she's doing a great job and reaping the rewards of that. So awesome, awesome to see that happening, Lizzie. All right, we've got a plush score, which is great because we're going to be talking about some plush here in just a minute. This comes from our own Tamara Burning, aka Sassy's mom, and she paid $1 for this singing moose, which is item number 291079832760. Pull that up. Singing moose. She paid $1 for him. He's dressed as a hunter. She didn't say where she purchased him. I suspect a thrift store. And she included a video in her listing, which certainly helped her obtain her price of $49.98 for her $1 investment. And let's look down here. There's that video, you guys. Okay, you guys want to see it? Let's see if this works. Tell me if you can hear it. I can't hear it, so you probably can't hear it. Oh, it plays Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Okay, that's funny. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, so this is one of Tamara's niches. She has Sassy. She does all things related around plush and animals and cute stuff, and he fits right in, and she got her $50 profit there. So very nice job. Very nice job, Tamara. Love it, you guys. Love, love, love the scores. Let me get back on camera here. Love your scores. Thank you for sharing, being willing to share, and I hope, and this is why we do this too, when I show one of your scores, if you're featured on the show, and we all go over and we look at something in your store, and maybe then we click over and we look at other things in your store, guess what? Cassini loves that. So for the next day or so, you get a big burst in the best match search based on that. So this is why I love to do this for you guys. So please share those awesome scores. And we do pick them out and put them in the show so that hopefully not only to show everybody great stuff that sells, but also give you that little extra bump too. And that is over at facebook.com/groups/the Danni App. All right. Also, you guys, we record the scores sessions. Now, the whole show is recorded, and you can see it here anytime in the archives of the Danni App TV, but also over on YouTube. If you just want to go grab the scores by itself, you can go back over there and just go check that out again. If you forgot something I said about it or forgot a price of something, just go check that out over on my YouTube channel, which is at youtube.com/user/the Danni App. Just search the Danni App. You'll find me.
Who let them cows out? Moo, moo.